Well, greetings, hello, and welcome on back. Episode number 11. Great to see you back again for another. Lots to do today, too. So today's episode finds us working a bit more in the industrial part of the city. Got a great start to the framing and just so many big pieces. And it's really good to see some of the industry starting to leave the downtown. And I didn't notice it, but someone timestamped it. There was a cargo train. We saw one. So the cargo trains do work, which is really cool. So we can only go up. There's one now. We can only go up from here. Downside, though, to our overly ambitious planning and level rail crossing system, we have created a little bit of traffic. And I would say that it's manageable at this point, but there is no way this is going to survive an entire industrial move into here, right? There's no way. So I think what we need to do is I'm going to keep one of the level crossings, and I think we're going to remove this one. And actually, instead of this road coming in, I want to change this road into like a 45. And I want to come just like straight down into here. And I want to turn this into a roundabout. And then we'll double up the lanes. And I'd like to have like this outside driving lane here be a bit more of like the corridor into the harbor. And so to help out with a little bit of that flow, let's move this over. And I kind of thought we would maybe over-engineer a little bit of highway stuff as well. I don't really like that left-hand turn. Not a lot of people are doing it, but I have kind of a cool thought over here just to help us, like, you know, grow. And we'll have to do, like, a little bus route or something through here because we are having a hard time getting the workers in. I think they're kind of used to, like, not making this trek out here. So we have to convince them that this is a great commute. Lots to see and do. So a little bus activity by the train station should be nice. Just what the doctor ordered. Otherwise, yeah, a little bit of everything this episode. We'll try to grow the population. We'll take out some more of the industry downtown. And just a slight asterisk. I was messing around to see if I could get the curve a little bit better in this rail. And that turned into like 25 times trial and error. And then I eventually just got it to the point where I was like, there's no way you can reproduce this. So I didn't mean to like rebuild this off camera. It's just, you know, it's just messing around and just, I love it. So if you are building alongside, there's quite a few these days that are. What I did is I kept this piece right here. This was the exact same. I deleted this segment right here. And then when I redrew it, instead of it being like an angle that was a little bit more to the left, I made the angle go a bit more to the right, if that makes sense. So instead of being like, you know, straight, we're just over. And that allowed for a much smoother curve through here. And so, yeah, deleted everything, kept that piece, redid this one, and then I pushed this one out further. Got this as close as I could, and then I redid this little curve segment once I found the flow I was looking for. So try not to build too much off camera, but forgive me for that one. Anyways, let's just jump into it. We're going to be disrupting some trains, so I'm going to pause our game here as I press too many buttons. There we go. And let's just jump in, why don't we, eh? I have this really, really crazy thought that we can use one of the pre-made roundabouts and just line that up between here and here. And then we should be able to connect to the rest of the roads. And that should look like symmetrically very pleasing. Yeah, I wish there was like road guidelines for this, eh? I feel like as crazy as this sounds, we're going to have to like guess the length that this is going to have to be, eh? Oh, shut up. Did you just get that right now? I think it's off by one. No way. That's a okay. It's just literally a half a pixel, not even. Get out. Yeah, I feel like if you did not know, you would not know, and we can blend that. And so that introduced some new nodes. We could delete a smaller segment of the road. We're curving between the two. We might even try that one more time. We've got the guidelines on with a curve road, just matching those. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, it's even bonus points too. It flows nicely with the slope. Incredible. All right, well let's reconnect some of these roads. See what we can do. I'm gonna put an anchor point in. If you don't have the nodes anchored, when you introduce another road, say like into here, it just warps the entire circle. And then also too, if you add more of these, you can see how we have another node in here. That's an opportunity for the cars to change lanes. So you might end up with a little bit of like mismatched flow through your roundabout. So easy to fix as well is what I was trying to say if you've got the anchor points in. So reconnect that. One node now. Very nice. One node to rule them all. And then like this just going into Yeah, basically like that, eh? And I think just because of the flow, if we could have like that Y-shaped kind of opening like this, yeah. That's not too bad. Vanilla friendly, spread these out. Get rid of that ink. Yeah, look at that, eh? That's nice and smooth. And then I feel like this is going to be, I'm going to regret this one, but I'm tempted to try that as one piece. Yeah, great. And I got rid of that extra node in the middle there. Oh, this is so cool. It's always like, you know, I get nervous when things work better than they should, you know? Here I'm being like, okay, now we're ahead of schedule. Okay, so we'll bring an extra set of driving lanes in through here. Encourage this as the way into the actual harbor itself. This might go straight and then gently curve into there a bit more efficiently. And I think we'll do a double lane here as well. Or what's the... That's not terrible, just to kind of keep it... oh, that had lined up too. I wish we... Oh, man. Wish we had planned this a little bit better, eh? Okay. Can you keep a double crossing through here? Again, there's nothing really wrong inherently with doing the level crossings. They do create traffic. As long as we've got a corridor as a bypass, or we have enough like extra streets so we could just spread the load out, I think we'd be okay. And then, I don't know, I secretly enjoy this like trial and error. You know, you are kind of like the one making the mistakes, but it's nice to like, yeah, get dealt a little bit of a curveball. You know, you roll up the sleeves, think of a fun way outside the box to fix it, and then you see in real time if it worked. That's kind of cool. Great game. Yeah, it really is. I know I say this like every episode at this point now, but this is such a gem of a game and an experience that, like, man, to be aware of it too and just living in the heat of the moment, having fun, eh? Yeah, I don't think it's by accident, though, that we're like 7 years into this game's development cycle. And one, it looks like there's no end in sight. Like, that is so damn cool. And then two, no one's been able to even come close. Like, Skylines is just flying alone out here still. I have this wild conspiracy theory that we'll see another SimCity one day. Just because I feel like SimCity is still a household name. I've said this often before on like live streams and stuff, but if you're trying to describe to someone like, oh, do you play like City Skylines? And if they say, oh, what is that? You can be like, oh, you know, it's like a modern take on SimCity. Oh, of course I know SimCity. Yeah, SimCity, household name still, right? So I kind of go in circles where people are like, no. EA, Maxis, all that's, you know, it's parked. There's no, but I don't know, a boy can dream. So I feel like, and this is just rumor mill, I think the original plan for SimCity 2013 was to have that game kind of like work within the Sims universe. So you could build a city, your friend could have a sim living in that city, you could be like, you know, doing some infrastructure projects, and your friend's like doing donuts in the roundabout in front of you, you know? I think that was the plan, and they just announced another Sims or something, didn't they? Anyway, point I'm trying to make is, it's a great city builder. It's wild that there's been no real competition. There's been some indie games that have tried and stuff, but for the most part, like, you know, it's been like a decade. That's kind of crazy, right? Love it. Well, that turned out very, very nice, especially while we're just kind of chit-chatting right here. Yeah, so the flow is nice. This helps our waterfront road a bit better. The only thing that kind of worries me now is the timing of this light sequence. We've got one extra kind of like road. And then this right here is a, it's a bit of a short one for an intersection. So why don't we go in here? Let's make this a stop sign so it's easier for cross traffic. That works for me. And let's do the same thing over here too. Just kind of increase the flow of the trams a little bit. There we go. And yeah, so extra roads here. Hopefully encouraging you to take the roundabout if you want to get into the industrial area. Just more options, which is kind of cool. Okay, I'm debating too, actually. You know what would be really nice is just an extra set of turning lanes just through here. So if we were to go to 6 lanes just for that one little stretch. Oh, double node is a good opportunity here. Oh, stop. You're clicking on too much stuff. Oh, dear. What have you done? Oh, okay. Actually, that's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah. Extra lanes. I almost would make that same argument right here, that just to help out with the flow of this street, if we made that into a stop sign. Just prioritize the avenue. Okay, 3-speed for a second. Let's just look at this and just do a nice little visual check. Yeah, buses don't seem to be disturbed. Extra lanes being used. Not as much traffic waiting. The trams hopefully are going to be happy. I think if we've added a little bit extra weight here, we've reduced the weight by getting rid of those 2 lights. So I feel like that balance is pretty good. And then if we could get some buses in down here to help our train station, get people around, have some icons showing that we don't have enough workers, so we could also increase our population, especially nearby. Yeah, it's coming together here. Definitely all coming together. So yeah, let's do a little bit of zoning. Let's get some new people coming on in. A one-way corridor through here is kind of fun. So let's go, say, 600 on each side. And then do these line up? That'd be so cool if they did. Yeah, I thought something like this. Just to help kind of keep a wider driving lane. And then we can attach some side streets to this. Build out a bit of a neighborhood. Yeah, that one goes down. We don't disrupt our rock. We're too close to it, though. Man, I'm just thinking out loud too much here, eh? My ongoing vocalized train of thought, eh? It's a little much. And just a few extra lanes through here. Perfect. Downside, though, is we will lose these houses. I'll have to come right back in. Okay. Just a few more side streets here. And I think this is going to be kind of a modern, mid-century modern district. I like those houses a lot. I wish that would work, but it's just so close together. Let's do that. Just help spread those intersections out. All right, that's kind of cool. And so yeah, mid-century modern. Let's do another district in here. Gotta start naming some of these districts too. Some of the default names are a little silly. And it's fun naming some stuff after you guys. So just keep the suggestions coming. We have some great names early on in the series. So I have to grab some more of those for some more downtown streets, but gotta get more of that built first, right? Autumn Hills is actually not a bad one. So modern, sorry, mid-century modern. Here you go. So just be lower density and just one more side street in here actually to help fill this in. Cool. So let's blanket zone through here. Get rid of this. It's getting a little bit close to the industry. Let's see how the district kind of went out. Okay, so we stop on that side. Actually, that might be kind of nice having the 2 types of homes. And then this can just be commercial because it's going to be a little bit loud over here. The pollution's going to be kind of on the border. I might unzone a bit of this and maybe put in an office barrier. Offices are fantastic because obviously they provide industry, which is a good thing, but they are outstanding at being a sound barrier. So I don't think I've mentioned this yet this series, but if you are having problems with sound, so like big buildings like this, tree line roads, and then a wall of offices are basically going to prevent the sound from making their way over to the residential. And then just making some smart choices, right? Like a highway off-ramp leading into this, that's going to be a truck corridor, it looks like. So this could also be removed and then replaced with some shopping. And they really should not mind the noise too much, right? Is, of course, that balance. But yeah, like a tree-lined street, that helps a little bit too. Maybe we want the extra driving lane here, though. But it's kind of fun. Just mess around with that. Like, sound barriers for the highways. But for me, the real thing, though, is just an actual, like, physical barrier of offices to stop the sound from getting through. All right, cool. Put on 3-speed for a little bit here. Help this kind of fill in. And then just while demand is starting to shift, why don't we unzone a bit more of the downtown, get some of the offices going up, industry going out. And then let's put in some transit. And the waterfront, I mean, time, we're at the halfway point. Time is still there to try some waterfront stuff. Let's see how long it takes us, though, to get a little bit more of the other things done. Oh, I love that. I literally love these homes with the pools. They're so nice. Yeah, that's a much better flow for our traffic. We should hopefully still be in the 80s. Oh, 81. We're just holding on. 81, 82. Yeah, it's not bad. Just a lot of volume these days. And again, red just kind of shows where volume is the highest. If the vehicles are starting to despawn, that's a problem. And so, like, just getting to that point right here, eh? And I think this is traffic trying to get back onto the highway that's really competing, so. If we can get some of these cars out of the equation with a little bit more public transit, that would help, I think, the cause. Okay. So let's do a little bit of office and industrial zoning down here. I like having just office towers, just a few of them down here, almost to act like admin buildings for some of the projects we're working on. And just a little bit of skyline height is also sometimes nice to see. Yeah, so this can get zoned. A little more truck traffic through here. And then, yeah, let's do a little over engineering for our highway right here. That could be kind of fun. Actually, let's zone next to that as well. See how the buildings pop in. There's a bit of an issue here with the terraforming. Might be able to hide some of that if we put a fence system in. That's not too bad, actually. This is going to be a little hit or miss. Yeah, no. I wish there was like a good tree we could use that was a bit like immune to... oh, there you go. Yeah, some of the trees that look a little sickly may not be good. Let's switch this out. These, I mean, the fake commercials. So many series in a row now I've talked about them, but I genuinely feel like there's still just enough time that if Colossal Order were to come out with like fake products, like some merch, some mugs or something for some of these fake companies, I'd buy them. I would totally buy them. All right, cool. That's starting to come together. Something I would not mind trying this out, just because we've got a few open spaces now. Let's wait for that announcer to finish. There we go. But yeah, so over here, in case you guys are curious, I love this as well. So the modern city center, it's going to look like kind of a German downtown style commercial, like wall to wall. Very noisy using high density commercials, so I don't do it too often. And I feel like a little goes a long way, but this should look very, very nice. It's kind of like an older style block almost. And then everything should hopefully come in like wall to wall. And yeah, just like, I feel like these buildings look a little bit just older, which is kind of cool too. Very nice pack. Yeah, look at that corner post, eh? That's so nice. Oh, I love it. And that could also like lead to like a pathway coming in, have a nice little area in here with like a pavilion or something, you know. Okay. And then yeah, to help kind of like keep the demand cycling, let's unzone little sections at a time. That'll help keep the office and industry demand going up. So out here, replace them elsewhere, hopefully. And actually, why don't we just swap this block over to become offices, maybe to help more with that. There we go. Okay, we'll let this zone do its thing in the background. Same with our residential. That should start filling in. I'm not too worried about services, but we should take a look at those towards the end of the episode. And then let's go over here and let's oh, pipes. Let's get that highway reconfigured. Okay. I'll just put pipes the whole way up. I'll forget otherwise. There we go. And so yeah, just some extra fun ways to get on and off the highway here. Oh my goodness, what are we even attempting here? So yeah, I feel like what I want is the highway to kind of like come down like this. So instead of turning left awkwardly at this intersection, which is, it looks a little bit odd. I think you would turn right and then go underneath and then wait for the light to turn left. But can this be pulled off? Oh, Grand City, that's the baseball park. Oh, that's so cool. That is a lot of awesome monuments and some new big buildings as well that got unlocked, some transit buildings. That is a really, really good milestone. The 18,000, very good one. Yeah, so I'm just kind of picturing something like this, basically. But like, you know, cleaner and smoother. Okay, I don't know if we need the power line the whole way through anymore. I don't think so. Let's draw this by hand, and we'll just take our time. So gently coming down. Oh, yeah. Give me some guidelines here if we can. Oh, yeah, okay. No. Almost, but no. Yeah, just slow and steady. Slow and steady. I'm getting good feedback, too, where I think a lot of you are starting to kind of shift that approach. It's not terrifying. Not the greatest curve. I think we can try that one more time. And then what if this actually went a little bit further before it curved? Yeah. Just more room to like pull off the curve now. Yeah, 100%, yeah. So we'll turn off the guidelines. Very gently try to line that up. Turn the guidelines back on. Oh, perfection. That's really cool. Yeah, so you can sneak in, go around this way. And then why don't you also enter here and flow with traffic? That's a cool thought. Yep. That's cool. And then that one, yeah, if you can make that work. Cool. There does exist that angle where that will work, yeah. That's it. One over-engineered highway exit, please. You got it. All right, so just some little bits of lane help right here. So 1 becoming 2, lane mathematics right there. The goal would be to not have you turn left. I think a solution for that would be a one-way corridor. That might also help with the in and out for that building. Or, since we're over-engineering, would we also do something like this? Oh my dear goodness, I don't think we would. That's a lot, my friend. That is definitely a lot. Yeah, let's do a one-way system through here. That way, traffic exiting the highway will flow with traffic going its direction. That's a lot safer and smarter. Yeah, just that one little stretch right there. Garbage is hopefully getting on and off a little bit faster as well. And then the goal is just to stop that really awkward left-hand turn, which I think we're definitely accomplishing here. All right, so we're connected. Power was not lost. That is good news. Industry demand is starting to climb again. Yeah, I like that a lot, actually, just from like a simplicity perspective. All right, a little bit of zoning in here. A little bit more. And then what I was picturing, just to help kind of like encourage you to take the train, get some more action through here, is just a small bus network. So we can grab some stations. Intercity bus hub. That's probably a little too big. Metro 1 is fun too for size, but I don't know if we need like Metro per se over here. But it would maybe be fun to have Metro. I think San Diego does not have Metro, so I don't really want to like go too far in that direction with transit, but it might be fun to do like a Metro, like a very simple link, you know? No, you know what? Let's shelf that. We'll think it through, but I don't think Metro is going to make an appearance. So let's go to our just simple buses, put in one of these little guys right here. Compact bus station. Intercity bus station is the same idea of what we just had, but there's no Metro attached to it, so that also works. Just across the street from the train station, so not far to have to walk. And then what I'm picturing is we can do a couple things here. So a bus that starts here goes all the way down and say loops down here. That can be one route. And then we can also have a route that just kind of makes a box. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll have another route. Oh, we start putting some. We need a lot of buses, man. Oh my goodness. Next episode, if we could try, let's get some more transit in place, because I feel like we need another box corridor through here in Concord. Transit really is, like, it is your friend. You can only engineer your roads so well so often, right? At some point, you got to get people out of the car. And that's walking, that's biking, taking taxis even. All right, well, subject to a little bit of change, but just from a simplicity perspective. And then I don't think we need the light, but just to be safe. Just a starter for our loop right here. Oh, that's awkward and interesting. Did not think about that one. So let's continue. Oh no. This is I think I mentioned this when I placed it down the other day. I don't remember actually if I did, but the only downside I have, if I could be critical, because I think it's important to be critical sometimes too, it's a shame that you cannot attach anything to this because the game reads this as too short. So it works because it's like, you know, the pre-made asset and you're plopping and stuff, but like if I were to delete any of these roads, there's no getting that road back in without deleting the train station or putting that back in. So that is a bit of a shame, but in the grand scheme of life, not the end of the world. So let's put our bus over here to make that easier for in and outs. Get back onto our bus line by clicking on our previous one. Or not, get over here, there we go. Yeah, that makes way more sense. And then that's how we would do the loop, sure. Little people getting dropped off at offices over here. And then, yeah, come on down. No way, you can go both sides of the street? What? Has that always been the case? That's incredible. No way, that is so cool. Has that always been the case in vanilla? No, that's got to be a new update. I think in the old days you could not select what side of the road. That is so cool if that's real. Okay, so that's a really straightforward, simple bus route. I'm happy with that. I wanted just kind of a loop going through here as well, so let's put that in place. So we stop right in front of this place. If we come up through here, we can actually encourage some line sharing. Yeah, that's a really smart move, I think. So we'll put a stop right there. Just hop on over if you need to. And then let's go through the roundabout, just so we can encourage a little bit more sharing here. So you can walk down, pick up, drop off. The turn here going to the right might be a little bit tight for the buses, so we could possibly have to put a little high speeder in here. And you'll know what I mean if you don't when you see it. Yeah, just a little bit of line sharing, encourage that as well right here. And then, yeah, I think that's probably good. I think that's good. Very straightforward, but I think that's going to be very effective. And then just following this back. And then yeah, let's see how this looks. That's a tight turn. That's a tight turn. We'll put the high speed in. Fantastic. Might maybe need another set of stops right here. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, we had great suggestions, by the way, for some vehicle colors. JBS, my good man. Red for the trams, of course. But yeah, let's do a bit more of a focus next episode on transit. Get some colors, get some more naming, that kind of stuff into, get some more lines going for goodness sakes. Yeah, it's a little steep going down. Just notice that's really not too bad though in the grand scheme of it all, eh? That's really not too bad. If we wanted to, we could terraform. This could be like a bridge. I'm kind of curious. I am kind of curious here. So, going to our... oh, goodness. Why did you build that way? Okay, so I need to get the proper anchor point again here. So give me 1 second. So that was 360. Oh, dear. 320. I don't want to have to rebuild this whole thing, obviously, so nice and slow here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so that gets me the anchor point right there. Oh, how do you want to do this? So I need that to be elevated. Okay, this is going to be a little bit of trial and error. Forgive me if this takes too long. These things, though, that feel a little bit intimidating, I don't want them to be. You know what I mean? And I think just like more trial and error is a good approach. Arm your tool bench with knowledge, right? Oh, that's not so bad. Could be a bit better the way the flow works, but not so bad. Okay, so this one would go to say about here. This is such bad trial and error. I don't know. Okay, that's definitely not the right shape. No, it's just not the right spacing. Well, let's just blindly eyeball, because I'm gonna end up spending like forever on this, and that's not really what we want. That's not terrible, actually. I'm gonna keep that. All right, so let's reconnect this road. And if we make this one long, smooth slope, that'll look a lot better too. And that same trick we did before, let's delete this, and then one long segment, and that should smooth that out. Oh, yeah, way, way better. We could definitely try to fix that, but that might be an in-between episode thing. Who knows, eh? I did say, though, I'm not trying to do too much of the off-camera building. Okay, I will keep that. I will keep that. That's not too bad. I have seen worse. All right, buses are flowing. And let's just do one last little bit of zoning here, and then let's call it an episode. Unfortunately, our waterfront rebuild pushed back by one more episode again here. Otherwise, not too bad. Not too bad. So, main things we accomplished this episode is a big, big, big revitalization to the traffic pattern here. So, faster flow through the curve. We've increased the productivity of our trains as a byproduct. They don't have to wait as long, which is nice. Roundabouts are always good too. A little bit more public transit. Makes me happy. Yeah, the episode, I feel like 30 minutes just goes by way too quickly, doesn't it, eh? Well, guys, let me know your thoughts. I hope you're enjoying the pacing and all that stuff too. It's great getting these episodes out so frequently. And it's great seeing just so many of you comment. Like, it's fun. So I appreciate you. The last thing I want to do before I forget, it was just that little high-speed turn for our buses, and then that is it for today. Yeah. And so that hopefully will be enough room for the buses to figure themselves out and make that turn. Otherwise, that is a sharp one there. You know, oh, perfect. They did it. They did it on their own. Perfect. I love it. And then, yeah, no need for lights or anything. All right, cool. Guys, I'll see you in the next one. Drop me a comment. Take care of yourself. Stay hydrated. Happy building. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you again.